Lovely lot, here I am with a new video. I haven't made a pagan related video in what feels like a very long time, and it also feels like a very long time since I've had an altar, an actual static altar set up in my house. I did have sort of a pretend altar in the alcove in my sitting room for a while, but in fairness it did just become a collaboration of pagan related paraphernalia rather than an actual working altar. And so what I've actually done is, probably because it's spring, I've had a bit of an urge to have a big sort out, and I've ended up emptying one of my bookcases. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my altar is a Billy bookcase from IKEA. Is there anybody out there that's never actually owned a Billy bookcase at one point in their life? Strangely, this was actually one of the first altars that I ever had, and if we take a quick look, you can tell. Oh, come on, incense stick. Yeah, I had a bit of an accident with a candle. I think it was a candle that Luke made me actually, Midnight Wicca 18. If I remember rightly. It was a very big purple lavender herb filled candle, and it went a bit crazy, and set fire to my altar. So here we are, we're kind of back to stage one, and it is a very simplistic altar setup that I've got going on at the minute, but that's kind of how I like it. I like simplistic and to the point and practical. I'm not very to the point, am I? I do witter around a lot, but when it comes to my altar, I like it to look nice, but I like to know things are there for a reason, sort of thing. And what I've actually done is I've cleared out all of this bookcase, and now it has become my witchy cupboardiness. We're just at the top of my stairs. There are my stairs. This is my bedroom door. This is really sweet actually, if it'll focus on it. There we go. It's a little cushion. It says live well, love much, laugh often. And that was a present from my maternal grandmother a long time ago. And I don't know what's going on with my camera. Being very obscure. Anyway. It's probably the spirits in the house again. Come on. Stop playing. Yes, anyway, I don't know, I really like this cushion. It's a little reminder to do things that are important. So, here we are. So now I have my sort of witchy corner at the top of my stairs. And the reason I've thought to put it here, apart from the fact that this is where the bookcase was, or this particular bookcase was anyway, is I like to do morning and evening devotions, and I think the fact that it's just by my bedroom, that's really going to help with that. Plus, I think it will mean I'm going to have to actively come up here and rest up here, spend time with the altar, and it's got more likelihood of being a special part of the building rather than getting sort of sucked into the rest of the lounge, because like I say, last time when I had my altar set up in the alcove in the lounge, and I've got something there now as well, and I will show you that, but it did sort of just become part of the lounge, which is good in one way, but I wasn't actually working with it. I wasn't doing anything. I was just kind of like, you know, it was a pretty centerpiece, really, more than anything else. So yeah, so let's talk you through my very simple little altar. What have I got going on here? So I've obviously got my goddess and god candles, and I often work with tea lights, mainly because of time and my lack of candlesticks for candlestick holders for my actual candlesticks, so for taper candles and whatnot. So I do tend to work with My brain's not working tonight, I'm so sorry guys. I do tend to work with tea light candles a lot, and I have these gorgeous little candle holders that I have. They're not actually candle holders though, they are, I'm really sorry that the camera keeps going out of focus like that. They were a gift, a wedding gift to my husband and I from one of our close friends, and they're actually to hold freshly ground pepper and salt. But as soon as I saw them, I did say to my husband, I was like, I know what I'm going to use these for. So ever since then, they've been a very important part of my kit, if you like. Here we have got a glass vase, and for Valentine's Day, my husband bought me a dozen red roses, and this jar is filled with the harvested rose petals, which are now drying, and I will probably, in fairness, use those in some, I'll probably store them properly, but in the absence of fresh flowers, I wanted some flower representation on my altar, and so that's where they are. There are some more downstairs as well, but yeah, I wanted something on my altar, so that's what we've got. And then we've got here at the back, we've got my incense burner with some incense burning in it, and this is one of my favourite items ever. And this is an incense burner that was kindly sent to me by Becca Witch. Again, it seems like a lifetime ago, but I use this so often. I almost use this daily, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. It looks like a boat, and it's beautiful, and I adore it and cherish it. And so Becca, if you're watching this, thank you again for sending this. I've had it for 9, 10, 11, about 4 years now, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So that's my incense burner on there, with some incense burning. And then I have my offering plate, which currently has no offerings on it. It's got a shell, and I think this is green agate. Came off a necklace that my grandmother on my dad's side bought for me, and it's supposed to help against problems connected to diabetes. Now I don't have diabetes, but I am insulin resistant, so that's why they got it for me. And I think it's green agate, but if anyone can identify it and tell me differently, please feel free. And then a little piece of sodalite, which is looking quite purple through the camera, but it's actually a sky blue colour. And this is my chalice. It's my libation cup, libation chalice. I don't drink from it because we were unable to age it, but it is pretty old, and there was a bit of a worry that it might have some lead in it. So I tend not to drink from this and just use it for my offerings because I don't want heavy metal poisoning. And then I always have shells on my altar. I don't know why I love having shells on my altar so much, but I do. So there's a couple of shells there, and beautiful shell here. And then this is a holy stone, and the holy stone again was sent to me by Nika Deering, in fact. So if you are familiar with Nika, she's absolutely lovely. She posts a lot in the Healthy Pagan on Facebook. And she's not making videos anymore, which is an absolute travesty. But yeah, I miss Nika. Come back, Nika, I miss you. But yeah, she sent me this, and I love it, and it's, ever since I got it, it's been part of my altar. It's a holy stone, and it's fantastic. So there we go. So this is my current simple altar setup. And like I say, I'm going to be doing devotions at it, morning and evening devotions, and whatever, you know, it's going to be my working altar. And it is part of this larger setup, and I will probably try to go through all of that with you, so stay tuned. there are going to be much more pagan oriented videos coming. I've kind of been on pagan hiatus for a while, so it really is time to sort of get back in the swing of things. I've been doing stuff behind the scenes, but it's time to bring some more pagan love to my channel, so if that's what you like to see, stay tuned and I'll be sharing a lot with you. Okay, thanks for watching guys. Blessed be. Bye.